What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and stimulus checks are making a huge comeback. We've been hearing about them a ton, and we're seeing articles coming out like this. Take a look, you guys. Cash Boost. Applications for monthly $1,000 payments for 3 years. Going to be opening in weeks. See if you qualify. I'm going to be covering the details of this new program that's going to be opening up, and that's why when you subscribe to the Steve Ram channel, also be sure to hit the notification bell so that way when things like this open up that you might be eligible for, you can know about it right away. Now, I'm going to cover this in detail for you. This is on a city level, but those of you that follow me here on the channel know that I cover all the economic news on all the levels for you, and I'm going to give an update for you on federal level for everyone in the nation as well. As I've shared with you in the past couple days, maybe about the past week or so, stimulus checks have made a comeback, and we have had 3 bills proposed. Congress has released legislation of which they'd like to see stimulus checks come back to help combat these increased gas prices. And almost every day now, we're seeing articles coming out like this. Take a look. Lawmakers addressing high gas prices, proposing monthly energy rebates, relief checks, aka gas stimulus checks. Windfall tax proposed as big oil rakes in record profits, and we're going to be covering all 3 of them for you, recapping the proposals. Stimulus checks for 2022 pushed by lawmakers to offset rising gas prices. So covering that in detail for you, and also we're hearing that this is needed so much so because there is increased theft for gas. People are stealing gas around the nation because of the increased prices. I'm going to be sharing with you some video footage as to what's actually happening right now. This is absolutely nuts. So going to dive right in, get you caught up on the latest, and also wanted to say thank you so much for all the support on that second channel, Steve Ram Finance. And if you're somebody that's interested in learning about growing wealth, personal finance, maybe investing in stocks, real estate, crypto, starting your own business, flipping houses, check out our latest house flip project that we have going on. Consider joining that channel. I'll pin a comment down below. You can click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications. More content coming your way on Steve Ram Finance. But right now, here on this channel, let's get you caught up on the latest with economic news and stimulus. And before we dive in, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second, don't forget, smash that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you like to stay up to date, totally free to do so. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so that way as soon as I get word of new city checks that you need to apply for, you can know about it right away. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Best way by far to get a hold of me directly. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in, and let's start off with this video footage about gas theft taking place around the nation.
Skyrocketing gas prices have fueled a new nationwide crime wave, with brazen thieves stealing gas from cars, trucks, and gas stations themselves. CNN's Adrian Broadus is live for us in Chicago. Adrian, what is behind this dramatic spike in these thefts?
Brianna, good morning. I spoke with members of law enforcement across the country, and they say the spike in gas is likely fueling this crime. And the thieves are bold, not only stealing from individuals and targeting gas stations like this one, but they're also focusing on car dealerships.
There was a pretty strong odor of gasoline.
They smelled it before they saw it.
As soon as you put it in the air, everybody could see that somebody had actually drilled a hole into the fuel tank. Right here is where he was able to drill all the way through the fuel tank.
Mike Gross said this Jeep, a trade-in, was sitting on the parking lot of the dealership he owns. This is the drill Neillsville police say gas thieves used.
So there was maybe 3 or 4 gallons of gas in there, and he did probably close to about $1,500 of damage in order to try to steal $15 to $20 worth of gas.
From Wisconsin to Atlanta and California, thieves, likely fueled by rising gas prices, are stealing from individuals and targeting gas stations with diesel. In Houston,
we ended up losing about $5,000 to $6,000.
That's Jerry Thale on security camera chasing the driver he says stole 1,000 gallons of fuel from his family's gas station over a 3-day period. At first, he thought his sensors were off.
It makes me kind of frustrated and angry. I can't pass this off to my customer.
The van is seen on security footage parking on top of the underground fuel tank.
They'll break the lock, and then they'll have a trap door inside their minivan. They'll open that up, break the lock inside our little our little tube that goes into our tank. And they'll insert their own tube and then start their pump, and then that's when the diesel is suctioned into their van.
Also in Texas, security cameras captured trucks filling up with diesel at this Chevron station throughout the night. The owner told CNN 2,000 gallons of gas were gone and the value at least $10,000.
This is especially an egregious crime with individuals taking advantage of businesses like this.
In North Carolina, surveillance video shows thieves apparently use equipment to bypass paying. Then, more than 15 cars pull up, fill up, and get away with $1,600 in fuel, prompting the owner to take extra security precautions. And in Washington, the Everett Police Department posting a warning on Facebook telling residents to park in a garage or a high-traveled area due to the increase in gas theft. Back in Wisconsin, work to replace Mike's damaged tank begins.
I was talking to an insurance adjuster, and he said he's seen several times now where people have started fires by trying to steal gasoline in this method. So not only is it not the smartest way to try to get gas out of there, but it's also a pretty dangerous way as well.
Wow, so there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Absolutely incredible gas being stolen, they said, due to increased gas prices. And as a result, we're hearing that lawmakers are proposing new legislation to provide gas stimulus checks. About over the last week or so, we've seen 3 new bills introduced. I'm going to be covering them for you here briefly, recapping so that way you know what's going on. This article, link in the description below, just came out today, and it says stimulus checks for 2022 is being pushed by lawmakers to offset the rising gas prices. Now, just recapping very quickly, the first one is the Gas Rebate Act, and this one would provide individuals with $100 per month. Couples would get $200 per month, and any dependents that you claim, you get an extra $100 per month. So, say a household of 10 could get $1,000 per month to help combat these gas prices. And it has the same income eligibility requirements as we saw with the third stimulus check. For individuals, can't make more than $75,000 to get the full amount. And if you go over $80,000 a year, you don't get this stimulus check. So that is the first one, Gas Rebate Act. Now, another one, the big oil windfall profits. This was actually the first one that was introduced last week. This came out from Representative Ro Khanna of California. And this one says that the oil companies, the gas stations, the gas companies, they are taking huge profit margins right now and taking advantage of this situation as oil prices went up. They've started to come down, but gas prices have remained high. And they say that they're profit gouging right now. So what they want to do is they want to take the average price between 2015 and 2019. They want to compare it to where it's at right now. They want to take the difference and then they want to tax them on it at 50%. Then take those funds and distribute them out to the American people in the form of a stimulus check that would go out quarterly. So this was the first one that had gotten a lot of traction. And the last one is the Stop Gas Price Gouging Tax and Rebate Act. And this one is very similar to the last one we just discussed, only in this particular case, they're talking about sending this out in some form in monthly gas vouchers. However, the gas vouchers we have heard have not got a whole lot of support. They're saying, listen, probably just need to send them out in stimulus checks. So let me know your thoughts, you guys. These are the 3 that are currently being proposed. We also heard economists suggest $300 per month go out. We'll see if any of these get modified, start getting more traction, and make their way through Congress and potentially become law for 2022 stimulus checks. Now, let's talk about these $1,000 per month applications that are going to be made available. Link in the description below to this article, and it says a longer-term guaranteed income program is coming to California. So congratulations. And it says Los Angeles County will soon be taking applications with the goal of providing residents some financial stability. So if you're in Los Angeles County, this is going to be for you. And it says the county announced its Breathe program yesterday on March 10th. So this was a couple weeks ago. And it said the name comes from the idea that it wants to provide its residents with a chance to breathe easier, knowing that they have financial security. The program will randomly select 1,000 qualified residents for applications received. These individuals will receive $1,000 a month for 3 years. That's $36,000 in total. Now, the program will begin accepting applications on Thursday, March 31st. So this is coming up here very soon through Wednesday, April 13th. Now, selection will not depend on the timing of the entries. So whether you're first or last, that's not going to determine who they're going to be selecting. Who is eligible? In order to be considered, you must meet the following requirements. You must be 18 years of older, a single person, have a household income that falls at or below 100% of the LA County's area median income. Households with 2 or more people have a household income that falls below 120% of the county's AMI, have been negatively financially impacted by the pandemic, and not be currently enrolled in another guaranteed income program offered by the county, a city, or a public or private entity. Only 1 person per household will be eligible to participate in this project. So right now, that is available in LA County, and they're going to be accepting applications here very soon. Wanted to make sure that all of my viewing audience knows if anybody's in LA County, you should apply for this if these eligibility requirements are you, and see if hopefully maybe you could get a $1,000 check from the county. So there you have it, you guys. That is the latest on stimulus checks, and I know a whole lot going on right now. It seems like stimulus checks, stimulus packages, it's all making a comeback right now, and as more unfolds, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel so you know what's going on. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for me. Helps out my channel a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments. Share this out if you think it's going to help out other people. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, totally free. Just hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. Consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth, personal finance. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me once again, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.